I've been cooking my whole life. Up until 3 years ago, that was all taken away from me. I can't hold a knife. I can't stand. I'm losing my ability to eat. I used my feeding tube this morning. So everything about food is being taken away from me. So I have to do whatever I can to keep it in my life. I've known since the age of 15 that I wanted to cook. I started as a dishwasher. When I was 18, I was working in restaurants in Stony Brook, Long Island. And then I went to cooking school, the Culinary Institute of America. My career has been basically a long history of helping great chefs open their restaurants. And then this is my kind of swan song. I came out here to open my own restaurant, be back on the island that I grew up in, be surrounded in a community that looks very similar to the one I grew up in. When I moved out of New York, I wanted to take all that restaurant experience in high-end restaurants, fine dining restaurants, and apply it to what I had here, and use what was around me, and use my skills to create a dining destination on Long Island. I noticed in 2010, I had been going to a personal trainer. I had wanted to lose some weight. I wanted to be a little healthier. So I went to a personal trainer, started working out. Weight started coming off. I was very pleased. I think I had lost 25 pounds in about 2 months. And then it started feeling as if I wasn't getting any stronger. I felt I was getting weaker, and I couldn't understand that. I was trying to do the repetitions for the exercises and trying to keep up, but I was getting more tired, more tired. Then I started noticing that my hand started to give me trouble. So about a month later, I was having trouble buttoning my shirt. I thought, oh, that's odd. And then I saw some atrophy in my hand. So I went to my doctor and I told him, I said, you know, I've got this, like my hand, I got this divot in my hand. It was much less pronounced than this. And I told him, I said, I'm really having trouble. I don't have the coordination to use this hand, finding it difficult to button my shirt. I said, you know, I kind of feel like it's a pinched nerve or something. So he said, I'm going to send you over to a neurologist. And I got there and started giving me all these muscle tests, EMGs, poking my muscles with needles, checking the waves in my muscles. And came back, and like 2 days later, she said, I have to tell you, I think you have what's called motor neuron disease. I said, motor neuron disease? She said, I'm skeptical to say that you have ALS, but I think you might have ALS, so I need you to go see Hiroshi Mitsumoto at Columbia University in New York. So like within 2 days, I went from thinking I had a pinched nerve to now to a neurologist looking at me saying, you have to go see this man immediately. I went to Columbia and sure enough, I met with Dr. Mitsumoto. And within 5 minutes, he said, no, you have ALS. I said, how do you know I have ALS? And she didn't know. He said, well, it was one of the tests I did. I said, oh yeah, what was that test? And he said, it was the one where I took the bottom of my pencil and scraped it on your foot. And I looked at him, I almost had to laugh. And after he gave me my diagnosis, he said, so what else do you want to know? I mean, within the first 4 days of being diagnosed, I was talked to like I was dying, and basically I was, but I wasn't gonna die anytime soon. This whole farmers market is about being connected to community and being connected to what I love to do, food, and we're all connected in a way. And so I thought the best way to get closer to the farmers and the people that I buy from and appreciate what they do, artisan work, is to have a farmers market. And so I set up this farmers market in the back of the restaurant I stay active in the restaurant by using my brain. I no longer can use my hands. I no longer can use my arms and my legs, but I've got so much knowledge about food and so much knowledge about the industry that I feel that it's imperative to use my industry to help me get the word out about ALS. And so I stay active here by promoting myself and showing people that I'm still here. I'm not going away. It's been 3 years. Well, maybe I'm going to go 6 years. Maybe I'm going to go 8 years. The fact of the matter is, when people drive up and see me in my wheelchair in that farmer's market, they're thrilled. What a love shared is basically, I met Tom and Carol, and they started a sheep farm out here, which they raise an Icelandic breed of sheep. I got to talking with them, and I told them about an event I did in New York, and said I'd like to do a similar event out here, and would they help me? And that's how this all came about. They were gracious enough to open up their farm, and literally they transformed their entire potato barn and their whole property to get this event ready for October 13th. And what we're doing, we're going to create an evening where we raise money for ALS, we raise money for research, patient care, and then we also get an awareness of what food is and where the movement of food should be going. Now, I'm going to take that and I'm going to incorporate that love of food into the love that I have for people who are going to be diagnosed with this disease, people who are diagnosed with this disease, and for the memory of the people who have passed from this disease. I want to share what it was like while I had this disease with everybody. And I want to show them that just because you're diagnosed with ALS doesn't mean your life ends. People see me, I ride this wheelchair to work from home. They see me on the street. They wave. They know Gerry's going to work still. Yeah, Gerry's got ALS, but Gerry's still working. The idea is that I'm doing whatever I can to stay relevant. And to stay relevant, I have to stay working. And to stay working, I feel like I've got a restaurant community that can open up a door to new people by throwing fundraisers to raise awareness for this disease. So I can only help by rewriting the end, by using what I have right now. And what I have right now is this great restaurant that I pour my heart and soul into. I'm not going to give this up. I'm going to take this restaurant and all the hard work that I put into it and use it for the greater good. The greater good is not fame and fortune. It's getting me out there to let people know that I have ALS, and I don't want everybody to have to go through what I went through in that clinical room that day I got diagnosed. Yes, it's a fatal, fatal disease, but it doesn't have to be so. I want to rewrite that. I want to rewrite the fact that when you get diagnosed, people don't send you away thinking that you're dying. I want to change that.